trying to rush me out of here. Picture time.
Thursday morning. Yeah, so basics to Omoplata oftentimes, sorry here, starts off with collar, sleeve guard, basically a kind of a spider guard setup. To do spider guard, since we're on that tangent here, if I turn to my left, I take the outside arm. If I turn to my right, I go last. So as you see, I'm always having one arm in. If I slide this knee in here, okay, I can begin to open my knees on his elbows here, kick my feet by his hips, hips up, and then I'm gonna lift him up here, push his arm, and get that angle. From here, my left hand will control either his elbow, probably his wrist here. I grab the belt or the pants since the belt can slip. And then I'm going to keep turning as I adjust here because I don't want him to roll. I need to get parallel with him, okay, which means not perpendicular. And I'm going to sit up. You probably won't flop down, but Professor Phillips is very good, okay? As I lean forward and hug his hip, I trap his arm, and I'm applying shoulder pressure with my right leg, straightening right here, okay? If this leg dangles, he will get up, okay? If this leg is pinching and straightening, this shoulder is gonna be trapped. So at most, that shoulder will get up if he tries to push himself up, okay? So, but here, you wanna hook and control the hip, okay? I wanna keep leaning to the right because his hand is stuck in the pocket, as Master Carlos calls it, and now it frees up my hands because I don't need to do anything with this hand other than begin to sit out a bit right here. So I can put my hand on the mat, and my elbow is framing his hip, and I'll kind of lift my butt up so I can scoot out, so I can bend my left leg, bend my right leg here, okay? Ideally what I want is for him to fall off his base, okay? So I would go here, here, cup his shoulder, grab his collar is also nice. Grab that hand for the law enforcement here because I have basically in a cuffing scenario here. So you have a very good control here and you cuff it there. However, we're doing sport jiu-jitsu. Cup that shoulder, use your feet, scoot back, okay? And all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let you guys put your hands on the mat. I wanna get this right knee down to the mat. I don't wanna go that way. I wanna go this way. Because what's gonna happen is my hip is gonna lift his arm and move it away from the hand, move it away from his back. And as I lift forward, he taps. It's basically a Kimura with the legs. Simple, okay? Now we go back. I'm going to give you guys starting points based on your skill level. Some will just start with the arm in. Those of you who are a little bit more advanced, you have a collar, sleeve guard, push and pull, switch to the sleeve. Maybe I want this leg, maybe I want it inside here. Hip up, lift that leg, and push the hand here. Get the angle here. And I keep turning myself here, here, and sit up, and immediately hug that hip. From here, hip, up, lean right, controlling that hip. I don't want him to be on his knees. I'm leaning to the right, controlling his hand. Runner stretch left, runner stretch right, okay? I like you guys to scoot back, it tightens the shoulder. From here, I want to go that way. My left foot digs into the mat so I can elevate my hip, okay? You can just put your right hand back here just so you get that move, okay? When you get more proficient at it, be here, you can lift the hip. If you flex your thigh and lock his shoulder, it becomes even tighter because you don't want this dangling and you're all like loose. You want this locked like you're squeezing his shoulder so you restrict that rotator cuff from rotating, which is why it turns into really tight. If I relax it, see how far up it goes. All right, So what you're gonna do is, this is your final position with the right hand cupping that shoulder. All right, everybody. Question is, how are you gonna get into it? Hold on a second. It's like this. For those of you who are a little bit more on the more beginner side, okay? Open guard right here. Okay? You're going to bring this leg over. We're starting kind of in a Kimura, because what is a Kimura? It's basically I'm doing the same thing with my leg. Yeah, go back up. Alright. So you're gonna start like this. His right hand's gonna be on the inside. His left hand's gonna be here. I'm gonna get the angle. My right leg goes over his shoulder here. On my left hand, pushes that elbow. Right hand grabs his pants, and I'm gonna scoot. Pull, scoot, pull, scoot. I could even pull him, scoot. Sit up, hug that hip. Yeah. From here, elbow, hop, and pull. Hop, I'm pointing with my elbow. And I'm gonna lean in that leg, and that leg. Head going to whisper in his left ear. Okay? That's really what I want here. Okay, I don't want this. See how this one's doing? Huh? And up. If you lock this tight, it's gonna be tight. Okay? Those of you who are a little bit more on the advanced side, the feet on the hips, both knees inside. You can even start from, call this thing up, pull, push, both hands on the sleeve, both hands on the knees, hips up, and then I kick him up, and immediately get that ankle. From here, switch, and depending on where you want to start. But for those of you who are more on the beginner side, be careful, and you need the angle. So if you go on the beginner side, you're going to start with the right hand on the mat on the inside, almost like a triangle. Okay? Because remember, from this triangle position, you always have omoplatas. And you switch. So as you get this angle, back with the hip, okay, over here. Right? I'm going to bring this leg over, push his hand this way. As I'm using my feet, grab hands. That hook right there is good, as long as he doesn't roll. And I keep moving this way, pitching my knees, pitching my knees. Sit up, push, and left, and hook. I want this foot dug in. Okay? You're gonna be like this, that foot dead. It's gonna be hard to lift your hip. So you have to get this foot back, and you're gonna push yourself, your butt up with that left foot. You can notice it's alive, this is dead. Okay? If I do this, it's real hard to lift that, as they say in Yiddish, tuchis. You put your hand down because it's almost like you're pulling yourself. Alright, so let's try it. Let's see how it goes. 1, 2, 3. If you're starting